Check 1, 2. Hey, how's it going? I said, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Lively crowd tonight. I'd like to first start off by saying thank you all for coming out. I really do appreciate it. It has been proven difficult to throw a show in the depths of January. Last week I had 2 acts canceled because of a winter storm. So I'm happy you all made it out tonight. Without you, it would be an empty room and 2 people talking. So that's a thing. First off, I'm Vann Bird, and I'm hosting. Well, I started this thing. I think it's been a couple months now. I've been working on it. I call it a Word with Vann Bird, and it's a podcast, somewhat of a radio show. And I think the goal that I'm reaching at is to draw musicians, artists together, and really I just sit down and I have a conversation with them, and I like to capture the essence of jamming with artists. So I was lucky enough to get in contact with Gagnon, and she's going to do a bit of a performance for you tonight, and we're going to have a bit of a shooting of the shit. So before I ramble on too much, let's hear for Laura. Yeah. Laura Gagnon, everybody.
Thank you, Word with Vann Bird, to have me out here. I was really digging this mellow vibe thing happening here. We were just chatting away, and it feels like Maggie's Jazz Bar. Do you remember the Maggie's Jazz Bar back in the day?
Sure. Yeah.
You know?
I heard of one.
You heard? Yeah? It's great. Great.
Bring it back.
It should. Jazz Bar.
Laura's Jazz Bar.
Laura's Jazz Bar.
Go fund me.
So I want to keep with the mellow vibe here. I just finished a music video for this song actually, and it's going to be a slow motion music video. Kind of like a Sinead O'Connor's video. Remember that one? Black screen, just her face and her head. Right? She did a cover of that guy's song. Oh, great. I'm never competing with this.
Oh, there he goes.
This song here is called In Your Eyes. You do this thing every time you laugh. you hold my hand. Yeah, your eyes grow a little bit bigger. Your warm touch, your beautiful smile, it helps me to know I knew the first time I found someone who lights up my life. You're my dreams and memories I love to have.
Complex system.
And every time you're close
fun, man.
to
There's a lot going on.
me,
It can be frustrating, but
I see
Once you got it, you love it though, eh? Just like, yeah.
everything is different. Like every day, every performer, every voice, every instrument.
What's the best part of this job?
Yeah.
What'd you take for school?
MIA.
Luck out getting the fucking job.
Call it luck, I guess.
It's a lot of work. So, take some volunteering. Just fucking elbow rubs.
Meet the right people. Your friends.
Yeah, true.
That's pretty much what it is.
It's who you know largely, but also you know, obviously know a lot. You know what you need to.
Music fits.
I knew
Where did you go?
the first
But like this whole event thing that I did, it's my first time doing this. It's a podcast, like I hardly know how to use that thing. It's like my main tool.
YouTube videos.
I just figured it as I go, man. Like I got a 9 to 5, you know? It's true though. You also need to have a certain level of drive to do it.
Obviously,
You can't be a fucking hypocrite. Well, you can. It's definitely more than there is fucking talent.
And pushing beats down every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Just drive. Just punch that thing forward. Yeah, that's some good words of wisdom.
Thank you so much.
Laura, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I think this is where the podcast starts.
All right.
This is my. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. You know.
No. How do you open a podcast?
How do you? How, is
This
it?
is my first time doing it live.
Are you asking me a question?
What'd you have for breakfast?
What did I have for breakfast? Hey, Mom, what did I have for breakfast?
No, I got real questions.
Okay.
I got real questions.
Shoot it.
That was a beautiful song.
Oh, hey, thank you.
What do you call that one?
In your eyes.
Is it my eyes or yours?
Yours. You know, I saw a picture of him about a couple weeks ago when we spoke, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna write a song about Devin's eyes.
Flattered. I get to look them in the mirror every day.
You do?
Yeah, true story.
Yeah.
So, once again, thank you all for coming out. We're only going to shoot the show for like half an hour, so I hope you don't get bored. Feel free to grab drinks, go for smokes, whatever. I'm capturing this on my Zoom recorder, and then I'm going to get to take it home, and I get to have the fun of turning it into a podcast that I can then release to you guys, but also whoever couldn't make it tonight and gets to sit at home and listen to it.
That's right.
Yeah.
They get a piece of the action.
Yeah, so I guess where I did kind of want to start
Yeah.
as we had our cold open there. That was nice. But like, tell me about yourself. I don't know you that well. We've been like acquainted online. I've come out to a few of your like shows
Yeah.
in town here.
Mm-hmm.
And you're super awesome.
Oh,
And
thanks.
yeah, you're welcome.
Well, thanks to my mom and my dad.
I just wanted to get to know a bit more about you and like share you with whoever's listening to me. So tell me about yourself. Like, you've obviously been doing music for a long time. Like, how did you get to where you are now? And yeah, like, where did you start?
The history of Laura.
Let's start with breakfast. So let's start with breakfast.
And work way backwards?
Back from there. Let's start breakfast.
Sure.
Like 15 years ago, you probably started with some schooling, I imagine.
Yeah, so I think when my breakfast of choice when I was a kid, I think was it toast or bread with brown sugar squished together. Did you ever eat that?
Seriously? Brown
Yeah.
sugar and toast.
Brown sugar and toast squished together. I think that was my breakfast of choice when I was a kid.
My mom fed us just raw carrots.
Just
No, I'm just joking.
is that why you don't wear glasses?
Wait, should I wear glasses if I wasn't? Oh, okay, wait, sorry. No,
Red
yeah, carrots.
carrots.
I got great eyes. Yeah, great eyes. 2020. 2020.
So yeah, I did some schooling.
Yeah.
I
what'd
did
you do?
private schooling actually.
Oh.
Ew, who did private schooling? No, that was just for the music thing. So I did the Conservatory of Music.
How long ago was that?
22 years ago.
So wait, okay, wait. Let's go back. Let's tear back even further. Where was you told me earlier
Mhm.
your parents are into music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was like you came into this world and they're already playing songs for you.
They're already jamming out.
So that was a good start.
That was a fantastic
Yeah.
start. Yeah, I used to hear them in our basement in Strathroy, where I was born. Yes, and they
Strath Vegas.
Strathvegas, Ratroy, whatever you want to call it. It has many names.
Yeah.
Teenage mommies. Anyways, so they used to play in the basement in Strathroy, and I used to go down there and listen, and then I used to shimmy underneath my. Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. So I used to like shimmy underneath of my mom's piano, and then I just have a blanket. I had a yellow blanket. I curl off a yellow blanket, and then I just lay there underneath my mom's piano while they had band rehearsal. And that's kind of where it all started. Yeah.
This is a whole band rehearsal.
Yeah.
Your mom's on piano.
Mom's on piano.
What?
My dad's on guitar,
Oh,
and
okay.
then people I don't know.
What kind of music were they playing?
I don't really remember. Was it 80s stuff? I don't know.
I guess you were kind of like a baby.
Kind
And
of.
then so yeah, they put you in school.
Yes. Yeah, so I started off doing classical music. So I did classical piano for 10 years. I did classical voice for I think 10 years. And then I crossed over into everything else. And then where my career really started to kick off was when I was 16 years old in high school. And a buddy came up to me and said, "Hey, like, what's up?" He goes, "I have this friend." "Cool, me too." And he says, "He's a producer." "Well, that's cool." "What's that?" He goes, "Oh, I create beats." I'm like, "Oh, cool,
Right on.
sweet. So, what's up?" He said, "Well, you sing." I'm like, "Yeah, I sing. Play a bit of piano." And he said, "You should come over to my buddy's place, and I'll pick you up. We'll go over there, and we'll meet and stuff." And my career started in singing hooks for hip hop artists.
That's a good start, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been told that a lot of female R&B pop artists start in the hip hop rap realm, because I was writing hooks for them for
Sorry, who exactly were you writing these hooks for?
So there was Casper the Ghost back when.
Back when in Strath Vegas?
No, it's actually in London now.
Okay, you
So well, Arva.
moved on.
Moved on to Arva. I'm in high school. Medway High School represent. And then yeah, so he brought me to the studio.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his name was.
The hip hop studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, his name was Cushion.
Lil Cushion?
Just Cushion.
Oh, okay.
Because he had a lot of concussions. I don't know. That's what they told me, but you know, they like to embellish, I suppose.
Something Alan was mentioning tonight, concussions.
That's
It
right.
seems to be the topic of the evening.
I guess so.
Let's just, now we have this doctor coming in to talk about concussions.
Hey.
Sorry, carry on.
Oh, I was really waiting for this doctor to come back. I fucking
I couldn't hire a doctor.
They said,
I
okay.
can hardly afford to rent this place.
But we're happy we're here, and we're really happy you guys all came out, and this is a really, really cool thing that Devin here has started, and we hope to continue this.
Yeah, I'm thinking it could be like an ongoing thing.
I think it'd be really cool once a month kind of a thing.
If I do it live once a month?
Yes.
Because I'm thinking I got more in me to do with just like, I'd sit at home and I got a guy coming Tuesday.
Yeah.
He's a chronic noise promotions or something. Rick Hall. He's driving out all the way from like Brantford to come hang out in my apartment, and I just get to like shoot the shit with him and do exactly this.
Recall.
But I don't have to do it in front of a crowd. I'm saying it's way easier to do it and without a crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
I
not
feel
less
like-
work involved.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
if you think it's got some potential,
100%.
it's
do.
like you're
Yeah.
that hip hop artist saying, "Hey, Dev, come do these hooks."
Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly.
So
I
this is
feel
my
like,
hook, really.
right, I feel
Yeah.
like Rick Hall needs like an echo on his name, you know?
Rick Hall.
Rick Hall. Like, he just,
That's golden.
like Mitchell, you know? Mitch Hall! Right? I feel like Mitch, and I can echo.
Mitchell Hall. Is that your uncle? Rick?
Every time he
Rick
comes
Hall?
into a room, wait, Mitch, go back, I'm coming again.
Wait, coming in this door would be way better. Oh, okay. Where is he?
Where is he?
Where is he?
Ready?
He went around.
Come
He's
in.
coming.
Ready?
Introducing
Mitch Hall! Really wanted to do that.
Oh shit. Let's
So,
get back to your career.
So
though.
we kind of took a...
We took a detour, tangent.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, about that.
We got off on the wrong floor. Let's keep going.
So, you're high school, you're writing hip hop hooks for Little Concussion, rap artists, and this gets you in, you're already playing piano, you're already singing.
Yeah.
And this is like, whoa, this is like people want me as like, I have talent, and they want me to come in and help them with their talents.
Yeah.
So there's like some sort of like communal interaction happening, and this is like pulling you towards your now future, landing you here on, in a moment like this.
Yes, a very special moment like this.
Yeah, so like what was after that? Like what did you take from that? And where did you carry it on to? Like, at which point did you become your solo singer-songwriter type?
So the really good thing about singing hooks for all of these hip-hop artists was that a lot of the hooks I need to double and double and double and double. So I got really
practice.
So I got really, really, really good at making myself sound like a million people, but really cleanly.
So wait, you say you like sound like a million people, like you're imitating
Like
other
a-
artists?
No, like I'm doubling myself up like a million times.
Oh, literally singing over your tracks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, I get you.
But you do that to be very super, super precise
Yeah.
with your T's and your S's and your Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
speaking of that, I tried to beatbox today. Just all I have to say about that. See, you're good at that. I gotta work on my
It's,
kick.
can I give you a secret? Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
Boots.
Boots and cats.
Yeah, boots and cats.
See, I knew
She
that
already
one.
knows. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
Okay.
definitely not your career path, I'd say. Beatboxing, kibosh that.
No.
We'll throw that away.
I
But hooks. You're good at hooking.
Yeah, I was good at hooking. Hooking was my jam for a while. And then I was introduced with a guy named Logic.
What? Like the Logic?
No.
Or
I
just
don't
a
know.
guy named Logic?
Maybe.
Is that like
maybe
a
Logic.
very professional guy, Logic?
Is he from London?
No.
No.
Yeah, Logic?
Yeah, Kieran.
Yeah, okay. Different
Yeah,
Logic.
sweet. Yeah. So him and I, we worked together for years, and he actually produced my first album called "I Am," which I had "Living the Good Life" on, which was my.
Do you want to play us one from that?
I could play you "Living the Good Life."
Yeah, do it right now.
That was my first radio single, actually.
On which radio?
Churdubba, CHRW.
CHRW?
Churdubba.
Trudeau.
You know? Yeah.
We should get them out here next time. Do you want to play us that
Yeah,
song?
should.
Do you guys want to play?
I'll play like a bit of it. Because then we can get back into the chatting part of it.
Yeah,
Living the good life?
We
Yeah.
can, yeah. You just play us the hook. Do the hook. Yeah. Do the hook. Yeah.
Living a good life makes you wanna be free, yeah. Living a good life, we can just be. Living a good life makes you wanna be free. Living a good life, we can just be. Put my head in the sand and I close my eyes, feel the water up between my thighs, but to my surprise, feel more alive than I could ever feel in my life. I would never think more than twice. Oh, why should I when I got what I need in life? Anyways, so that's the living the good life. Woo! That was back when Cheto had his come up show. Did you know Cheto?
Shadow,
It's okay. You're new. It's
I'm
fine.
pretty new.
It's fine.
Yeah. Pretty new.
I've been into the London scene for probably 15 years. So it's really cool to have seen all these hip hop artists go from just us hanging out in some guy's basement, really small basement, with their booth was made up of a
some sort of foam, probably.
So it was 2 mattresses like this.
Nice.
With a blanket over top of it.
Well,
And a microphone, not like something like this, but cheaper. Stringed over top and just hung.
well, that's the way to do it. I mean,
Right? If you're gonna save on costs, of course. So that was a really good experience. Those guys are doing really amazing right now. Like Del Rezzi's doing awesome. Junior Filion, he's doing wicked. Casper the Ghost, he opened up for Snoop
I've
Dogg.
heard Casper goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's out of London.
Yeah, we went to high school together, Medway.
Medway. You guys also had a good rugby team, I heard.
The best.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. We killed every time.
Killed.
Killed.
You actually killed
We killed.
on the field.
On the field.
You yourself?
No.
You don't remember.
No. I was a cheerleader for all of 2 weeks.
You cheer led.
I did. I led the cheer.
So you cheer led by day, but you were hooking in basements by
By
night
night.
between 2 mattresses. Fascinating.
Correct.
Fascinating.
I live a
life.
very fascinating
Really
life.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I knew you would be.
So you've obviously you're in with the music scene
Yes.
within London. This hip hop thing was obviously like a thing for you early on, like high school. We're talking, right?
We're high school.
We're still in high school.
School.
We're still in high
Yeah.
school. No, and that's really cool. So you obviously were just introduced to a lot of different people. You'd say it's there was a community. It was like a little community of artists sort of gathering.
Yeah, outside.
Yeah, you were,
outside of high school.
Well, it was your extracurricular, it was your Quidditch to your Hogwarts, it was like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What? Okay, that's a whole new podcast that we started. Getting her to watch Harry Potter.
I've seen 2 of them.
Only 2?
I think I read 1 book.
I was seeing a girl once, she made me watch all 8 or 10 or 12.
So how did it make you feel?
So good.
Really?
It was so good. I had regretted not watching it and reading all the books. It's honestly so good. I'm still considering reading all the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
the one I did read was good.
I read, one book when I was like 12.
12.
And then the movies came out and I was like, yeah, I don't need to read. I got TV.
Yeah, I think I read the one book, I think maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It was okay. Just a couple.
Just watch the movies, easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember I was in, when I was in high school, I was English class, and we had this one book, and it was called, one we had to read, Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Rings?
No, Lord of the Flies.
Harry the Fly.
No, not Harry the Spy. Lord of the Flies.
Okay.
Okay, Lord of the Flies basically is about all these kids who are on this island, and they eat each other.
No.
Lord of the Flies. Makes total sense.
Is that wrong?
Makes total sense.
They
That's all-
Speak unless you have the conch.
stab a kid.
That's true. They do. They stab a kid.
I don't think they eat.
But my
them.
teacher said, she goes, Laura, I know you don't like to read. And you're right, I don't like to read. She goes, well, go watch the movie. Oh, alright.
You're an insect, Harry. Now I'm gonna eat you.
I didn't realize there were two
Lord of the
movies.
Flies.
There was the American version, which is in color, and then the Canadian version, which is in black and white.
Oh,
Which one do you think I watched?
black and white.
The color one. The American version. Clearly based off the Canadian version. So when the test came around, I had no idea what was going on. I don't think my parents know this, but when I was writing my test, my friends were coming out of the room and giving me the answers.
Nice.
Anyways, and so yeah, that's the
So-
Lord of the Flies. Carrying on.
So between
Yeah.
cheerleading, opening basements,
Yeah.
lording the flies. Apparently, I don't know how we got on that one.
We can leave it.
So what happened after like your high school career? Where did you like go to college for music? What did you do after high school?
So after high school, I went to move to Hamilton for a year. I did classicals. I took classical music out there.
Or piano? Sorry.
I took classical voice.
Something I'm working on.
It's okay. It's okay. I did classical voice out there, and the cool thing about Mohawk College was that they had a classical course and a jazz course. So I do my classical in the morning, and at night I go into the school, and then I learn about jazz from all the students. So that's a pretty sweet deal. I didn't like it, so the year went by, I moved back home, and then I started teaching. So I taught for 12 years. I taught vocal, piano, performance classes, and I prepped kids for festival seasons, competitions, you name it. I coached a pageant girl one time.
Nice.
Had to tell her she couldn't sing.
Oh.
But you don't
Like,
really,
you actually say
you
that?
don't outright sing.
You say, hey,
Sorry,
you can't sing.
You can't sing. But
Wait,
no,
whoa,
you
whoa.
say, you know what? Do you have something else?
To sing.
You know, just in case this doesn't pan out.
Can you stop singing like that? Try singing like this. Or just.
It's the hardest thing telling a kid that they're tone deaf.
So, do you think tone deaf is like tone deaf is like an actual disability? I thought you can like
You can learn not to be tone
you
deaf.
can learn not to be tone deaf. Is that not a thing?
No.
No, I'm hearing a nose out
That's like
there.
learning how not to be colorblind.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
It's an actual like disability.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Unless you really want to not be tone deaf.
I found out I was slightly colorblind a couple of years ago,
What happened?
and I don't want to find out I'm tone deaf because I've invested a lot in singing.
I don't think you. Well, I don't know. Are you?
Better at talking than I am singing.
That's cool.
I can't be talk deaf.
Well, you're doing pretty
Well,
good.
I mean, you can, I guess. Like,
That
it's like
would-
actual being deaf. Then I'd be like sign language. Sorry if there's any deaf people listening, they might be offended.
What?
Sorry, we can edit it out. We can edit it out. It's fine. It's fine.
This is what you get for coming
It's
here
fine.
live, right? You get all the fun stuff.
I'm not gonna produce this in Braille. I think it'll be.
Or maybe you should. I don't know.
I don't know. Tone deafness though, that's like a real thing.
Yeah.
And somebody's like invested, you're like a coach, somebody's invested like just money and time, just like giving her, and you're like, you suck, you can't do this.
I usually tell them within the first 3 lessons.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's
It
not
is,
like you
yeah.
suck, it's like, sorry, you're like, you should try playing with your fingers.
Or I just recommend them to somebody else who may be able to help them better than I can.
For real? Well, do you think, like, you're saying it's like being colorblind?
Yeah.
You can't unlearn tone deafness? I thought tone deaf was just somewhat of a bad habit. I thought we all had the potential to reach, like through practice and repetition, we can actually achieve. It's like tuning an instrument. You know, you can pluck a string all day and it sounds like crap, but you actually got to sit down and figure out where the tones are. And it's like training your voice to do that. I guess also your ear. But is tone deaf a real? It's a real disability.
It's a thing of life that happens.
I'm learning this right now.
Yeah.
I thought you could.
No, you can't.
It's like being colorblind. That was
Yeah.
the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, but you can
So-
feel music. Like, you can feel music.
You can feel music, yeah, you can feel like vibrations.
Yeah.
But like, can you transpose the sound to your vocal cords to like have that relationship? You think? You're the coach.
Yeah, a long time ago I was. No.
Not.
I taught this guy who he was in his 50s or 60s, and he was an arborist. So he was
Trees?
That's his trees.
He cuts them?
Yes, he cuts the tree. He
Okay.
takes a chainsaw,
Chainsaw.
and cuts the tree. So he had done that for I think 20 some odd years, 20, 30 years.
Damage your ears doing that.
And so he all the time he hears this one sound.
Is that called tonight?
Right? And he says, I really want to learn how to sing. I said, oh, okay. So generally when I ask somebody, if you've ever sung before or anything like that, we usually do like a tone test. So I play a note. Let's do this one. And they sing it back, see, right? Because you're not tone deaf. We'll do this one. So you're not tone deaf, you're fine. Not that
A lot of
big.
practice though, by the way.
You're gonna practice?
I said a lot of practice to not
Be tone deaf?
Yeah.
You're not tone deaf.
Well, I mean, I used to not be able to just be like, and I'd be like, and it would take me a while, when I was younger, but yeah, I'm not tone deaf. But this guy,
So this guy, every time I say, hey, do this note, and he do this note, I say, do this note, he go, oh, no, it's the same note, just octave higher, hold on. And he go,
still saying the same note.
because that was the sound the chainsaw made. And so he came back one more time, and we did that again, and I said to him, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And he said, that's totally fine, I just wanted to see if I could. I knew I had damaged ears because of the chainsaw. I just wanted to see if there was any possibility that I could sing.
You could probably sing it like July Talk.
Oh, I mean, he can nail that one note. Just, he can make some good money on that one note.
Some monotones.
What are you? I'm a session singer for this one note. That's it. That's it. He's never had a tune.
You could do some Mongolian, like throat singing, Mongolian
for
style.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, sure.
So you coach. I don't want to come off rude, but have you ever had like a real job that's not
Don't be
music
so
related?
rude.
Sorry, music's a real job. Coaching's a real job. But to be like, I'm music.
Have I had a real 9-to-5er?
A 9-to-5er, yeah, that's the
We'll
word.
call it that. A real 9-to-5er. Yeah, I have had a real 9-to-5er.
What was it?
I worked in retail.
Did you hate it?
I loved it.
Oh.
I loved it. I
'Cause you're a
loved
people person,
making.
huh?
I am a people person. I love making people feel good about themselves. Dressing them. Sounded really weird.
You probably should have dressed me tonight. I'm not quick.
You're right. I probably should have. No,
Honest-
you're good. You're
I
good.
wore my tuxedo. I had the Canadian
You're-
formal night.
You're fine.
I had the
You're
Canadian tuxedo. It's good.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, this one time I had this old lady come in, and she was in her 75-ish. So she's coming in. She's all this clothing, and she had this top on, but it had these sleeves on it. And she had recently lost a lot of weight, like a ton of weight. So she had these like flappers, so she could fly away if she wanted, right? I'm just kidding. So that's mean and rude, and I take it back.
There you go.
But anyways, So
It's on record
she
now.
said to her, I said, that covers my arms. I said, well, why? She said, well, I have these flappers. And I said, well, why do you, well, that's what she called them. It's not me calling them that. And I said, well, I mean, you know, what happened? Did you lose some weight? She goes, yeah, I just lost a pile of weight. I said, you know, you should be celebrating that you lost that pile of weight and you're looking really, really good for being 75-ish, whatever she was. So she looked at me, with tears in her eyes, gave me a big old hug and a kiss on the cheek, and then she raved about me to my boss at the front. And that was a really cool, special day.
It's that wonderful feeling you get when you make a customer feel good in your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like when you sing in front of a crowd of people, don't you get that feeling, but times like how many other people are in the room?
Times like 3.
It's at least 40.
25.
It's more people that will listen to it. I don't know. So.
No, I'm having a good time here. Everything's really awesome.
Yeah, no, this venue is sweet. Thanks to Jack Richardson to actually book me the show.
Himself?
Jack Richardson himself. Yeah.
Wow. What's he like?
I'm pretty sure he's very ghostly.
Yeah?
I probably shouldn't say that in here.
You probably should.
I might like resurrect something. Can you light some candles? Oh, the candles are lit. We're good.
Yeah.
No, I think Jack Rich. I don't know much about Jack Rich. Can you tell me about Jack Rich? You seem to know more about the London music scene than I do.
Yeah, London music scene is amazing.
Well, it is, absolutely.
It's it's been a really awesome community. Everybody here has worked really well together to keep the music scene alive. And Jack Richardson was part of the band.
It was actually Confession. It was Brandon Eady that got me the show.
Brandon Eady?
Brandon Eady.
Yeah.
I find that
Brandon Eady's a cool cat.
his name's a tongue twister. Brandon Eady. Brandon Eady.
Sounds like he's needy.
Brandon Eady. It sounds like one word.
Brandon
Eady.
No, he's cool too.
But yeah, so he books
He's
music
yeah,
hall,
yeah.
Run Runners, Jack Rich. Does he do anything else?
1, 2, 3. Not that I'm aware of.
How
Call the office?
Call the
He
office?
does. He does call the
Shit.
office.
And wins?
Wings, musical bingo.
What? the-
Oh right, yeah, that's
Oh.
right. No, he just does the musical bingo at Weeks. Yeah.
Brandon's got it going on.
Yeah, he does have it going on. Yeah.
Does he pay the rent here? I want to know what the rent like.
I don't want to know. I'm just happy to
More
be
than
here.
I can afford. Well, it's alright. We got that EDM show next door. I'm pretty sure that'll cover the bills. All those high kids, they're spending money. They're OSAP and shit. Right?
Right?
They're paying the rent,
Right.
Laura, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We're not doing it with our 4 people. No, we're doing all right. We're trying our best, and I do love all of you. Thank you for coming. Anyways, where were we before we went on this wild tangent of ghosts and Brian Eady's rent bills, sweet ghosts of Jack Rich and Brian Eady's rent and bingo?
I was kind of intrigued to see where this whole thing was going.
What, this is a podcast? This is it? This is a, I guess this is a one little philosophy that I think I was getting at with it is like, so many people are like worried about the destination, like Brandon Eady, for example, like sweet destination, bro, like that's kick-ass, you got these fucking venues, they're awesome, and like you're like part of the music scene, like you're making a goddamn difference. But like, and then there's like people like us, you know, you started hooking in a basement, doing your pop hooks, and like, did you have like, you probably like in your head, you like had this destination, you're like, I'm gonna be a pop star.
All alone, nowhere to go. I've often dreamed of fairy tales, princess kissing frogs by the brook. I close my eyes, I feel you there. My prince, he
sit down and you write music, don't you just kind of find it? You just find yourself there, you write it, you know over it. But like, isn't there a certain point in your process that is actually improvised? It just comes from.
Well, I feel like when you first start a song, you're always improvising.
Yeah.
Every song starts with an improvised something.
Yeah.
Whether it's an improvised lyric, or it's an improvised melody, or it's an improvised chord progression, right? And then you eventually turn that into some sort of structured thing.
Revised.
Right? And then you edit it, and edit it,
Revision.
and edit it,
Yeah.
and edit, and edit, and edit, and
And
edit,
then
and
it's-
edit, until you come up with a sort of form,
Yeah.
play through it.
And then even when it's done,
Yes.
it still changes every time you play it, doesn't it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But doesn't it? It's a little different every
It
time.
does,
Isn't it?
yeah.
Just a little different. You kind of get like that little.
Keeps it fresh, you know?
That little spur of inspiration while you're playing it for the 100th time, and you're like, what if I take this and bring it up here? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do some
Get
jamming.
that, sure.
Yeah.
Just don't give me some funky key or something. Like. I like the color green. Oh, baby, please. I like the color green, yeah. Gee, oh, makes you mean. Oh, the color green. I ride my bicycle down the street. It's green. I hop across the river. Yeah, guess what? It's green. Oh, oh, you can make me so green with envy. Oh, baby, now. You can make me feel oh so green.
Oh, what? Yeah. That's not G. C.
Now we're singing.
I heard you say G, so I was like G. I was thinking G in my head. I was like, oh, I play G. I understand. It's green. It's green, so it sounds like G.
Let's go to G now. Oh yeah, to see it.
You know that the human eye can see more shades of the note G, and that's a little twist. Cause you can't see notes, but I guess some people can. It's a little thing they do, and it's alright.
It's alright. Oh baby, you make me green. Oh, you make me green with envy. Yeah.
Make me green, make me green, make me green. Oh wait, and then go minor. Just don't make me blue. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Oh, blue.
Oh, that's nice. Look at the deep jazz voice in there.
I'm over here like chirping your jam
You know what?
skills, and then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
I'm kind of digging writing about colors. Because blue kind of sounds like this to me. Blue.
It's a little blue. If I was green, I would die.
Ah, I know that song.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-da, da-ba-dee-da-da, da-da-dee-da-da. Ah-dee-da-da, da-da-dee-da-da, da-dee-da-da. I have a blue house with a blue window. It's the color that I often wear. With like 3 words.
What's this? I was working for this guy and we were talking about country music. And I was like, yeah, country music's not my thing. And he's like, country music's my thing. And I was like, that's sweet. He's like, yep, 3 chords and the truth. But that's not how you write pop. Tell me how you write pop.
Well, you write it with 2 chords
And
and make it a hit.
Make it a hit? What do you think makes like a good pop hook?
Saying the same words over and over again.
So people have like no choice
When?
but to just think about them for days straight. And then I
Right.
need this song into my head, or at least need to hear it again to kill that craving. Well, jeez, I think we've like hit our mileage here. Should do you want to take over and do your set?
I'm gonna do finish off with a couple tunes.
Yeah, you guys want to hear the play some tunes?
Yeah.
Pretty much what everybody came for.
No.
Under her mask, she's a different